Good morning, Karen Curtin here. Yes, and I've missed a couple of weeks, haven't I? I'm not quite sure how that happened, but last week we were on the follow-up from an event. On the 20th, I was co-hosting an event with my lovely business associate, Victoria Lofthouse, which was an event we hosted for local businesswomen just near East Midlands Airport. And spoiler alert, we are actually planning another one in November, early November, just sorting out venues. So I'm Karen Curtin. If you haven't joined me before, I'm a social media coach and trainer working with individuals, organizations to help them get better results from social media. So today's topic, I thought sun is shining. We're at the beginning of July. Let's talk about seasonality in our businesses, because even if we're business to business, there will always be a seasonality in our business. And that's really important. And one of the other reasons I was thinking about this was I have a hard copy planner as well as my online planner. And I sit down at either the end of the previous week or the start of the next week and start and map out what I want to accomplish for the next 7 to 10 days. And I refer to that on a daily basis. And I would urge you to do something similar, because there is that thing psychologists tell us that if we write something down, physically write it down, we're more likely to remember it. And what tends to happen with a lot of social media, regardless of platform, and that's the other thing I want to get across to you today. I'm live on LinkedIn, but I'm also live in my Facebook group, and I've got a lot of mixed people in my Facebook group. If you haven't joined it, just drop me a message and I'll add you in, because it's where I post a lot of the updates, ideas, inspiration. In fact, if you go on Facebook and just search social media or inspiration, you should find my little group. So I was thinking about this because LinkedIn, we are primarily business to business. I would say 95% business to business. Even so, there is a seasonality. Perfect example is quite a lot of organizations will still have a period where if they're a small organization, where they may actually close for 2 weeks in the summer. Don't have that luxury. When you work for yourself, that's the best solution to never taking any time off, isn't it? And if you are joining me live for the first time, feel free to ask any questions, pop them in the comments. I love to know that people are joining me virtually as you do, because usually I am live here every single Monday. I'll be live next Monday, not the Monday afterwards or the Monday afterwards, because I'm taking some time off. So what seasonality is there in your business? Because when you think about, well, no, there's not a seasonality what I do. I offer a service. I offer that service pretty much 52 weeks a year, Karen, so it's not relevant. But this is where business owners tend to fail, is they're not putting themselves in the shoes of their perfect client. So I've just got a new client. It's just signed up to work with me. I'm popping them over a questionnaire today. And one of the questions on the questionnaire is, who is your perfect client? Where do they hang out? What do they offer? Tell me a little about them and the type of businesses they have, because that's what people forget about. It's not about us. It's not about us. It's about our perfect client. If you're a business and consumer, that's going to be a whole different ball game, because you're dealing with school holidays, shortage of childcare, which I remember back in the day. My son's bigger than me now, he's 17. So we've got a whole different ball game actually, with uni open days, A-level stress, that whole thing. But for you, if you are business to business, are the businesses that you work with, what is it about them that you need to be aware of seasonality? The other reason I was thinking about this was I was just planning in, I've developed a monthly social media content inspiration calendar, which is a mixture of ideas, thoughts about what you could be saying, awareness days, all those sorts of things. And I actually came up with some ideas for September the other day. Yes, I like to be organized. And that's really important to me, because we should always be planning ahead. So what seasonality do your perfect customers come up against? Do they have the challenge that maybe they have a team who right now are starting to take time off, and you're wanting to set up meetings? You go, no, they're not coming back to me. I've got a potential new client in Lichfield. He's not come back to me. And I know it's not because he doesn't want to have a meeting. I know it's because they're hitting that time of year where a lot of people are taking time off. Our village school finished last Friday. Schools here in Leicestershire, the senior schools, finished this coming Friday. So you've then got the opportunity that are people going to, and that's just given me an idea for next Monday's topic. Next Monday's topic is going to be about picking up the phone. Because I did a great live about, gosh, it must be about a year ago, with the fabulous Audrey Bodman. I must invite her back. She's a telephone sales trainer. She's phenomenal about teaching people to use the phone, because the phone is becoming a bit of a lost art. Let me ask you all, when did you last pick up your mobile? In fact, loads of people haven't even got mobiles, landlines anymore. When did you last pick up your mobile phone to telephone somebody? We use it for our social media, we use it for WhatsApp messages, but very few times. How often does your phone ring? So think about that. If you're trying to contact somebody in an organization, it'd be much better to pick up the phone and ring them and find out if they're there. Maybe they're not ignoring you, maybe they're actually on holiday. So seasonality in your business could be seasonality about what's happening right now. But for me, I'm looking ahead at September, and I would urge you to do so. When I picked up my planner and inserted the next chunk of weeks in there, I couldn't believe how little time there is left to the end of this year. So use this time when the majority of businesses are quieter to potentially make contacts. Use this time, as I'm doing actually at the minute, to plan in your email marketing, your social media marketing, right through to September. Because honestly, if you start with the end in mind, and I know that's said a lot, but I'm going to say it again, start with the end in mind. Where do you want to be by the end of September? You've got July, August, September. You've got 3 full months. Work back from where you want your business to be at the end of September, and then break it down into bite-sized chunks. So, okay, if you want to have signed up 5 new clients, maybe your clients are big ticket clients, you want 5 new clients signed up by the end of it, and that's fantastic. Yes, and if you're joining me, please give StreamYard permission so I can see who you are that's talking to me. I always forget to say that with StreamYard. It's a new thing. I think it's just on Facebook. But we have to plan that far ahead. At least, absolutely. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm guessing it's one of my lovely Facebook group, and which means she may be selling products or gifts. Because I mean, I worked in retail forever ago, and I know that as soon as one Christmas finished, we started planning the next Christmas, which is slightly different. But plan. Think about where you want to be at the end of September. Think about where you want to be at the end of 2022. Break it down. I like to break it down to 90-day chunks. And today, and I would also urge you to do this, block out some time. And my phone will be on mute. Oh, I've lost my signal. Oh, this is not good. And we've frozen.